right up, step right up! A series of locked room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the Nail Man? Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the Deduction Denouement!
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know who the Nail Man is first. The Nail Man is an urban legend of Conaiwar. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the Nail Man will kill that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. The proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward!
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape route. The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Denouement district.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails in the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Denouement district.
The skank's cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Conaiwar.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we've gotta solve this case.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Halara? Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
The rope ladder was collected, then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the mailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The mailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the mailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to build a key with precision.
And someone affiliated with the church.
The priest! You're the nailman!
Copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Because he was the first witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the mailman's crimes is...
The worshipper! You're the copycat criminal!
This is the truth of the case! What's that?
Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case! Death to all deplorables!